Hello, my beautiful, wonderful, fantastic friends. I'm your friend Kevin, and this is your divine inspiration message for today. All right, first of all, let me say thank you so much for tuning in and being here and giving me the energy, the divine energy to do this. Um, it just gives me pleasure, it lights me up, and I'm so thankful and grateful for you. Um, Today we are in angel numerology number 3, gentle guidance. Basically means the messages from your ascended masters, as well as loved ones who have passed into spirit, reminding you and me and all of us that everything is really fine and it's really okay for you to have a good time, have fun, enjoy your life. Doesn't feel like it's like that out there. It feels like, people are just up underneath it. That's part of life. The energy of 3 is about being artistic and super creative. Get into your inspiring mood, get into your imagination, and have fun. Try to invoke the energy of playfulness. I would say today would be a good idea to meditate, really, truly. And when you meditate, when you bring in the guides, the angels, the spirits, don't forget to include the fae. A lot of people think that as adults, we shouldn't be, thinking about fairies and goblins and all light-hearted things. Well, Disney made a fortune out of doing that. So we may as well enjoy it. Whatever that looks like for you. That could be find yourself a piece of sparkly jewelry. It could be find yourself a sparkling pendulum. You can meditate on a pendulum. You could watch it, see it, look at a crystal ball. That is meditation. And see, feel, hear, and know what comes to you is for your highest good. Today's energy works with the 3 of Cups, or the 3 of Water, or the 3 of Summer, depending on what deck you use, what you're drawn to. It also works with the Major Arcana Tarot card of the Hermit, even the Moon, bring in Archangel Haniel. Bring in all the archangels, Adriel, Gabriel, Raziel, Jophiel, Master Jesus, Zadkiel, all of them will show up for you in beautiful, wonderful ways on a 3-day. Our Happier Me affirmation card is, I embrace the rhythm of life and let it unfold. It's hard to do, but necessary. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, take 3 deep breaths right down into the soul of your being. If I'm being honest, and calmly repeat the affirmation. Try also looking in the mirror. This is so interesting. I did shuffle and I asked for our positive card for today right when the meditation came, where I did a guided meditation, which I'll play for you on Friday night in the Woo Woo Lounge, about the magic mirror. I feel like it was a channeled piece. When I played it back, it was quite interesting, the way it all came out. Lady Venus is with us this week. Light activation, call to action, power surge, earth mission. Those on the other side, particularly Lady Venus, the Venusians, those cosmic star beings, the travel between realms, are activating all of us. If we're called to the light, if we're called to a higher purpose, if we're called to do the work of the divine, to work with our ascended ancestors, the ones that we are connected to, the ones we've been connected to, even our friends that are deciding to move into spirit world, or who have been called back to spirit, back to God. Heavy for us still here because we don't understand why we can't pick up the phone and talk to them, chat to them. And many folks I've counseled in my mediumship work want their loved ones to know something. Are they okay? Are we okay? Did I do something wrong? Of this and that and the other thing? Deeply, deeply personal. And the resounding answer that comes back all the time is that of love, is that of healing, is that of forgiveness, is that as no more suffering, no matter what vehicle or how the soul went from the body. That's usually the message. It's a message of love and healing, forgiveness, understanding, peace. So let's get right to our isms. My services are needed, whatever you do, and will be greatly received with gladness. Imagine when you're giving a service to somebody, you're giving them a gift of you. You're giving them the power of your conversation. You're giving them the benefit of your time. Sometimes it looks like they don't even appreciate it. Well, don't get caught up in that snag nonsense. Doesn't help anybody. I'm sure they will, and they do, and they are able to at some point. The next one is I draw upon the cosmic light of heaven and let it shine throughout my being, and so it is. The cosmic light of heaven runs through us, whether we turn it on or not. It may seem like we're lost. No, you're not. Never. Listen to Amazing Grace. And the third one is I am always with my inner being, and everything is wonderful. When we plant our feet on the ground and we push down with our ethereal roots and allow the ethereal roots to reach to the crystalline layer of the earth, and let's face it, people, the beautiful crystals that we see, whether we hang them around our neck, whether they get polished and we put them on a pedestal like a crystal ball, whether we carry them in our pocket, or whether we have these wonderful little towers, they were mined from the ground, mined from the heart of Mother Earth, somewhere on this glorious planet. When you push your roots down into the ground and you wrap your copper roots around these gorgeous, incredible, probably billions of years old foundational roots, you're connecting with that power. Let's get to the card of the day and see how it plays in with Lady Venus. I'm hoping that this reading makes sense. Gertrude, Beatrice, thank you for being with us all and bringing us the truth. Well, they are standing in front of a statue, and the statue it looks like a totem. What are you standing around this totem for? Strength. Remember I said to you a day or two ago they were underneath the roots of a tree. Stability, steadfastness, security, right where you stand is what they're telling me. Are you asking us to get a crystal and walk around with a crystal today? Okay, so Beatrice is saying it wouldn't be bad to pick up the power of crystals. Find yourself a crystal, whatever that looks like. And then Gertrude is showing me one of those dark crystals for grounding yourself, for absorbing negative energy. It's not obsidian, it's one of those other ones. I can't think of it right now, but anyway, I've got some somewhere. They said smoky quartz is another one. It's a good one. Okay. Smoky quartz, obsidian. Okay. Anything that will help you to remove your fear consciousness. All right. All right. I can stop shuffling. Yes. I'll take this card straight off the top. These are Gordon Smith's Oracle deck. With artwork by Naomi Walker. I don't know Gordon Smith, I don't know Naomi Walker, but as I've explained to you, they were, look at this again, all is well. And you saw me shuffle. We have this card again, number 12. Adds up to a 3. So the 12th card is the healers and helpers. There are 4 sections of this particular deck. And if I look at this really quickly, I can see the outline of a spirit. Here's the head with that third eye. And then here we have the shoulders. And we've got someone sitting in what looks like the lotus position that has come. You know, oftentimes, my friends, this is how I see spirits. This is how I see energy, just like this. And for the longest time in my journey to mediumship, I would often get a little bit frustrated when I could not see actual images, when I wasn't able to get the outline. Well, I got told, and I believe it, um, that the energy of spirit is a combination of many, 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 many spirits. It isn't just one. And your spirit guide, the one that's guiding you, is another part of the collective energy. Um, because we're in human form and because we take on the human construct, the human images, the things that we are shown in actual real time, that's how we want to be seen. Well, the ability of spirits are able to show themselves in a way that we're able to recognize them. And for me, it invokes other senses. So many times when I'm sitting in front of somebody doing a consultation or on Zoom, I'm getting smells, or I am getting the sense of what they're doing. I can see people or a person or activity going on. And it's a little bit like tuning into a TV station where it starts off all sort of fuzzy and a little bit distorted, and the picture's barely coming in, and it gets clearer and clearer and clearer. What that process is, the process is how my energy is now lifting and aligning with the energy of that spirit, and we are conversing in a way that's like vibrational energy. The energy of a cell phone is a perfect idea. That cell phone signal is coming from a satellite somewhere, and it's mixing somewhere with a tower and bringing you whatever it is you're wanting to use on the device. It's quite interesting. The other interesting part of this, most handheld devices that have no wires, the wireless communication, all invokes crystals. Crystals are in all kinds of things. So you see, when you look at that, how the Mother Earth provides all of the raw materials that many, many companies use and then sell back to us as a device. It is quite astonishing when I look at it in those real physical, real-time terms. Okay, let's talk about really quickly. The Lady Venus is really wanting us to know that when you invoke this light, when you invoke the power of all the realms coming together, there is this shifting going on. And the Venusians, Lady Venus, says the shift is either towards the light, lifted, higher vibrational energy, where you are able to process things very quickly. You're able to see love, compassion, peace, harmony very quickly, joy very quickly, but you've got to turn on the switch. Imagine if you went into a home or a house and you click the switch on and it took 5 seconds for the light to get bright. That would be a little too long. We would say, what is going on? Is there just a reduction in power? No. This energy that we're feeling, which you may have heard of going from 3-dimensional, which is almost now non-existent, into a 5th-dimensional energy, this heat that gets generated. And I think I shared with you a couple of 3 days ago, recently, the last 6-8 months, I've been experiencing what can only be described as hot flashes, wild sweats, and now, through the love and devotion of some good woo-woo friends, my friends in spirit say, oh, you've got the power of angels around you. Archangel Michael particularly brings people heat. Watch some of Kyle Gray's podcasts and you can say, if you're invoking the angels and the archangels, you'll eventually feel that heat. Because it's a higher vibrational energy. That's beside the point. These are things I bring to you from the realms of the other side, which at one point I never would have said, never would have put these out of my mouth for fear of being judged or persecuted. Now, well, I think it's up to me to say something about what's going on. People can choose to believe it or not. It's a bit like the miracles. You want something, it's going to be delivered to you. However, may not be delivered to you in the time and the place that you expected it. Well, don't expect it. Use the energy of all is well. whatever you're fretting about, whatever you're concerned about, whatever you have worries over, let that go. It is taking up what's the word I'm looking for? Unwanted space. It is using energy and not for the good. It's using energy to bring in more of that worry, more of that concern, more of that deep-seated challenges. I hope I'm making sense. I keep saying it. Does this make sense? Are you getting this? Are you tracking this? Sometimes I don't. Until later on. I was telling somebody the other day, I'm a bit of a slow learner. It was my therapist, actually. And we were having that conversation. And I think she was getting a sense that I was giving her a blank look. I was absorbing what she was telling me and sorting through it and seeing. I want to look for where this is coming from. Where am I feeling this? We were actually talking about feelings. What is the feeling that you have? Where is it? Not sure. That's a challenge sometimes. Spending so much time in the world of spirit, love, joy, peace, harmony, letting it all go. The physical world seems like, oh goodness, I don't. Not quite sure what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to do it. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much. Don't forget, Friday night, 6:30 Eastern on the Zoom channel. You can go to my website, kevincross.com, hop over to the events tab, and you'll see upcoming events, and you'll see a bunch of little icons with my little emoji on it. Pick the one that has July 26th, challenging your comfort zone and embracing what makes you loving and what makes you unique. Until tomorrow, big love. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.